Hey viewers, Crystal here. Today we're going to do a small demo. It's a black and white tonal study of a Lilium flower. I just wanted to select something fairly easy for a beginner to practice on. So what we have here is mostly a white flower. We've got a black background. We've got a small bud, which is going to be a couple of shades of grey, and then we've got a couple of stems with a few leaves. They're in a darker shade of grey. I think it'd be fairly easy to do, and we're going to use our tonal strip that we made earlier. I'll put a link to that one up above. So I'll just swap screens and I'll point out a few things before we start the demo. Okay, I'll just roll the intro. Here we go. Hey viewers, in this demo I am leaving a small area at the base of the video screen free of images to see if it is going to help with the subtitle display. With the Lilium flower, what we're going to do is just have a look at the tones. All of this background area is number 10, which is black. Then we have mostly a pure white, but we've got a few deeper areas here, which will be probably a number 8 fading out to a number 7. We've got the anthers, they're pure black, that'll be a number 10. We've got a bud over here that's got a couple of different tones. It's going to be on the lightest side, perhaps a 4, and in the shadow side it's going to be around 7, going down to probably a number 9. Then with the leaves, they're hardly noticeable. I'm actually going to lighten them a little bit more, and that's part of what an artist can do. We can create however it is that we want, so they will become lighter. With this tonal demo, I don't want beginners to think, oh my gosh, I've got to get petals right, I've got to get buds right, I've got to get leaves right. We're going to turn this upside down. We're actually going to paint it this way, and we're just going to look at it as shapes. So we've got a fairly triangular shape through here when we block it in, and then we've got an oval shape for the bud, and we've got a few spear type shapes for the leaves. Really, it's going to be fairly simple to do. So let's get on with the demo. The paints that I'm using in this demo are Reeves oil paints. We've got titanium white and we have carbon black. These paints are really good, so I doubt I'll need to use any of the linseed oil. And then with the brushes, for the larger areas, I have a number 2 filbert, a number 1 filbert, and for fine detail, I just have, I think it's probably about a size 1 round brush. What I'm going to do is just start with the darks. The tonal impressionism style that I work in, it's not going to end up looking like a photo. I don't want it really tight. I just want it to be an impression. As this is a small painting, I'm not actually going to need to measure it out. I think I'll just use my eye and put the black paint in at approximately the angles that I see from the reference photo. that gives me a bit of an idea as to where I want to go. The next darkest area are going to be the leaves and the dark side of the bud. So everything now has to be lighter than this pure black. The shadow side of the bud is a 9 on my tonal scale. It's actually quite dark, and I'm going to continue this tone all the way down and into many of those spear-shaped leaves. I'm not going to worry about putting the stamens, the anthers in yet. I think it's just going to be too fiddly to be painting around them. So we'll put them in last. The bud now gets a lighter mid-tone, and a couple of the stalks and leaves also have a slightly lighter side to them, and I'll put that in now. So with the design, there are a variety of leaves that are crisscrossing over each other. I want this one to come forward more, so I'm just going to lighten that, and if I lighten the leaf behind it, it will help to push it forward even more. If we darken this ridge just a little bit, that just gives it more definition. This particular leaf here, it comes right to the very edge. I don't really like that, so I'm going to extend it past. There we go. And this just needs to have a slightly crisper edge, but it is low down in the painting, so we don't want to make it a real focal point. Okay, I think that should work. Next area that I want to do is just to finish working off this bud. together on these petals. I'm just going to deepen the shadows in this area. I have turned the image up the right way to show that all the areas of this reference photo are in sharp focus. An impressionistic style removes a lot of the detail deliberately. The artist can then choose where they want the specific focal point to be and can add the greater detail there. These are subtle ways that the artist actually directs the viewer's attention within a painting. Here we see the bud, stem and leaf area of our Lilium flower. On the left, everything is in sharp focus, and on the right, we have the impressionistic style. We're at the point now where the bulk of the Lilium petals are in. We've got the black anthers in, a couple of the stamens, and now we're just going to finish off by putting in a few of the little dots that Liliums have. And just a couple more. Okay, and we're done. move the palette out the way and we'll take the tape off. Okay, now we'll turn it up the right way. Here is the Lilium flower tonal demonstration final result. Please know all the future demos will be done the right way up. Really, we are just painting shapes and learning about the lightness or darkness, the tonal scale of the selected image. Thanks for watching.